Oh, hey guys. Welcome to our new Drew's Day. That's right. We've moved the show to Tuesdays because Mondays is just hectic. You know, we got a lot going on. So let's give you a day. We'll come have lunch with you, hang out on Tuesday. Huh? How's that sound? If you need a minute, walk it off, think it over. I understand. Just like our TCU baseball coach that took his briefcase and walked the entire length of the field after getting tossed at an away game. What office you going to, my guy? We got a great show for you. We got top 5 TV moms since Mother's Day coming up this weekend. That's right, it's Mother's Day. Get your gifts if you haven't already. Show some love and admiration for the lady that brought you in this world. We also got a music video of the week, and of course, comedy and sports and all the good things in between. Caitlin Clark's dropping a kid's book. That's right. Caitlin Clark wrote a kid's book. It's based on her life. It's called Extraordinary, a Little Extra to Reach Big Dreams. Couldn't condense that just a little bit. You know what I mean? The long titles work in the book world. I know nothing of the literary world, so I don't know if this is a good thing or not. It'll be published November 3rd. I'm sure it'll have some awesome animation. That's what I care about. Show me the pictures. But that's cool. You know, Caitlin Clark getting a book of her own. She said her inspiration came from an inspirational quote she had hanging in her house as a kid. Says the only difference between extraordinary and ordinary is that little extra. It's real original. I've never heard of that one before. A rare 2-colored lobster was donated to the aquarium. Caught by a fishing crew off the coast of Cape Cod, it will be donated to the Woods Hole Science Aquarium in Falmouth, Massachusetts. Even pretty animals, like crustaceans, shelf, I don't know what they are. Even the pretty ones have a better life. It's not fair. R.I.P. to Spirit Airlines. They are finally out of business after teasing us with such for so long. I never flew Spirit, but I had plenty of friends that were stranded by Spirit. I drove twice down to Myrtle Beach to pick up my ex-wife because they had the flight, and then they didn't have the flight, then they had the flight, and then they didn't have the flight. Started off as Charter One Airlines 43 years ago and has been operating as Spirit for the last 33. So, RIP Spirit, thank you for your mediocre service. A Red Sox fan rented a plane with one of the banners that you see at the beach, you know, half off boogie boards at Wings. Red Sox fan flew a plane around Fenway. The target was aimed at Craig Breslow, the chief baseball officer, and then also John Henry, the principal owner. It said, "Fire Craig, sell the team." 2 exclamation points. So he means business. A Myrtle Beach style banner trying to get them fired. I love it. I love the creativity. I love the commitment. I mean, you might have to do what the man says. Sell the team. But like I said, we got a great show for you this week. Up next, we got music video of the week. Music video of the week time, and Mr. Fantasy is back. Don't tell KJ Appa, it might upset him. It's Mr. Fantasy, Do Me Right. It feels like an early 2000s music video with just the main character just doing random stuff with celebrities, and they all just seem happy and carefree, like I imagine most celebrities are. None of the music video makes sense, but it works somehow. Mr. Fantasy just keeps dropping banger after banger, and we will continue to have his music videos on Music Video of the Week because I support his art. You got a Jonas, you got Cody Simpson in there, Derek Huff's in there, even got Cheryl Blossom from Riverdale. So it's super weird they didn't get KJ Appa from Riverdale. Like, if they got Cheryl Blossom, they should get Archie too, you know? So maybe in the future. But that's our music video of the week, Mr. Fantasy, Do Me Right. Go check it out now. You're not going to be disappointed. I promise you that. Here's your reminder. Coming up this weekend, it's Mother's Day. So, you know, giving you a whole week's notice here. Mother's Day is this weekend, so make sure you go do something nice for the person that brought you into this world and can take you out of it. Sorry, that was reflex. So let's do top 5 TV moms this week. My mom rules. She definitely killed it growing up. But sometimes you sat down to watch one of your favorite shows, and a TV mom taught you a lesson you didn't know you needed to learn. It really takes a village. Whether you're ready to admit it or not, us 80s and 90s kids were partially raised by a television. Who was my babysitter? So before we get into the countdown, we got an honorable mention, and it is Kitty Foreman from That 70s Show. Classic 70s mom, caring, loving, clueless to what's going on in your own basement. Plus, I will contest that nurses make the best moms. But it ensures Halloween's going to be weird for the rest of your life. At number 5, it is Katie Otto from American Housewife. Yes, she was loud and abrasive, but it was for her kids. She never ran a scheme on her own, you know? It was always a us against the world mentality, and that's how the modern mom should be. It's crazy out there. You got to do what it takes. Now, the rich people around her, they were fair game, and that's something I can get behind and support. Plus, she showed a real mom in real situations. Like, it reminded me a lot of my mom sometimes. One time, this teacher was trying to get everyone through the drop-off line, and he was yelling at my mom and telling her to go, and she had something important to tell me, so she told him to wait a second. He continued to berate her and yell at her, so she ran over his foot, accidentally and allegedly, but she did what she had to do. He got what he got. At number 4, it is Jill Taylor from Home Improvement. If you watched Home Improvement as a kid, definitely go back and watch it as an adult. You soak in so much more. Tim is hilarious. The kids add a lot to the story, but the one rock that holds them down is Jill Taylor, being just the best Michigan mom she can be. Then on top of everything, you know, taking care of Tim whenever he hurt himself on his show, or fixing things around the house, or making sure the kids were taken care of and becoming decent human beings. She went back to school and became a shrink. So it was nice to see that, you know, moms can be everything. And Jill Taylor was. Plus, she drives muscle cars, and she's a little cutie. At number 3, in the middle of our countdown, it is Harriet Winslow on Family Matters. Much like Jill Taylor, Harriet Winslow was that calming voice when the father of the show would kind of fly off the rails a little bit and overreact. I feel like every kid that had a dad they didn't want to upset, so they'd tell their mom instead, could relate to Harriet and her situation. Don't get me wrong, she could be vicious too when she needed to be. She could lay that foot down, you know. The kids loved her but respected her. And don't get her started on Urkel. You could definitely tell she didn't want nothing to do with that dude on the show and in real life. She ended up leaving the show in the last season because of Urkel. So, I'm Team Harriet all day, man. Sorry. At number 2, Penelope Alvarez from the reboot of One Day at a Time. The mom on the remake, Penelope, was kind of the Cuban version of my mom. You know, like single mom in the medical field, taking care of her kids and her parents too. So it was a nice show to watch. You know, it really hit that nostalgia button for me, made me feel like I was watching a show how I grew up. She also had PTSD from the military and was a complete badass. So that added a nice layer to it. It's really nice to see, you know, these strong, independent women actually seeking help when they needed it. And that's what she did on the show. Really set a great example for her kids and a good role model for everyone. Number 1, top of the list, it is Thelma Harper from Mama's Family. I mean, Mama's in the title of the show. Of course, she's got to be number 1. This is just a big old nostalgia bomb for me. I was raised by my mom and my grandparents. You know, I had like a 3-parent kind of situation growing up in my household. So I'd watch this with my grandma and my mom, and it was hilarious to see Thelma Harper be the mom she needed to be because her grown son was still living with her. But then also her grandkids moved in with her too, with Bubba. And just seeing, you know, how she was that firm but supportive grandma. So it was fun to see Miss Harper be a grandma and a mom while I watched it with my grandma and my mom. That is my top 5 television moms. Make sure, if you can, to tell your mom, the person that brought you into this world and can take you out of it, that you love her and you appreciate her and you're just happy she's here. So let me know which television mom inspired you or changed your life in some way, shape, or form, or just which one you thought was funny and entertaining. Let's talk sports. Sports. I can't get the smile off my face because the Phillies are off to their worst start in 2 decades. Fired their manager, Rob Thompson. Wanted Alex Cora, but they got Don Mattingly. He turned it around a little bit. They're on a little hot streak. But the rumor is that Mattingly will finish out this year. Alex Cora will take the reins in 2027. Detroit Tigers ace Tariq Skubal undergoing surgery, out 2 to 3 months. Tigers are in first place. So that'll put him right in the heart of contention when he comes back. So let's see how they can hold down the fort. A 3-2-1 lottery system has been proposed to NBA GMs, trying to defer from the tanking issue that they currently have on their hands. But I don't see how this doesn't make legit bad teams worse, though. So it's saying if you're the worst 2 teams, you have a less of a chance than the other lottery teams. And they also expand the lottery to 16 teams. So it's the 8 in the East, the 8 in the West, and then everybody else is in the lottery after they do the play-in games, of course. This would include a no top 5 for 3 consecutive years. Cannot have the number 1 pick back-to-back years. And we'll see where it goes. We'll see how the NBA GMs think about it, think it over, and see what they deem is best for the tanking problem and the future of the NBA. NCAA tournament expanding to 76 teams. We were at 64, now we're 68, now we're at 76. The first 4 will now be the first 12, with 24 teams vying for those 12 spots to be included in the round of 64. I wish it was for pure competition and to get more mid-majors teams in, but we know it's all for money. It's more games they can show on TV. So, money, money, money. Money. The potential number 1 draft pick next year, Tyron Stokes, chose Kansas as his playing spot for 2027. I hope they don't have a Darren Peterson issue on their hands. You know what I mean? Hope he actually gets to play most of the year this go-round. Las Vegas seems to be collecting sports franchises. Tamara Gustafson, daughter of billionaire from Public Storage fame, is in a relocation bid to bring the Vancouver Whitecaps to Vegas. They've been on sale since 2024, so I don't foresee it being a problem. So now Vegas has a WNBA team, adding an MLS team. They got a football team. They got a hockey team, adding a baseball team. Man, LeBron will probably bring an NBA team there. A little bit of NFL offseason news. Tyrod Taylor getting picked up by the Green Bay Packers. I hope he can be a legit QB2 behind Love this coming up season. And the Baltimore Ravens have given Diego Pavia a chance, inviting him to minicamp and signing him. They signed him. They didn't just invite him. They signed him. So we'll see where that goes and be more. The Magic fire their head coach, Mosley. He was in a Game 7 after blowing a 3-1 lead to the number 1 seed, and then he gets fired the next day. So that's we'll see what they got a fun team over there in Orlando. So we'll see if they can keep it together and get a new coach in there. Looking at the playoff bracket, we're down to 8 teams, 4 in the East, 4 in the West. The Pistons and Cavs are set to start their series tonight. The Knicks blowing out the 76ers by 39 to take a 1-0 lead. Minnesota surprises the Spurs. Wemby had a great night, but they didn't care. Anthony Edwards coming off the bench in a limited minute kind of role, but they take a 1-0 lead over San Antonio. And the Thunder and Lakers get going tonight. I'm kind of excited about that series. We'll see if LeBron got a little more magic in him. Over on ice, the NHL is also down to 8 teams, 4 in the East, 4 in the West. God, I love being a sports fan around this time of year. I know, I keep saying it, I know. Colorado takes a 1-0 lead over the Wild. Vegas Golden Knights 1-0 lead over the Ducks. Their coach was not happy about the refereeing in that one, so we'll see how that series continues to go. Sabres and Canadiens get started tonight, and my beloved Hurricanes 2-0 up on the Flyers after an awesome overtime thriller last night. And that's it for our show this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you starting your week off with old Uncle Drew. And remember, we're all weird. It's way more fun when we're weird together. See you next time.